Hi, guys. Welcome to the Lucy Show, another episode live. So, I'm gonna go eat dinner later, but I just wanted to start this off. If you're watching this, you know what the topic is already. I just couldn't get this off my mind. So, for those of you that have been watching my other live streams, you know that I've been reading this book for a while now. Hi, Hector the Dude. I've been reading Unsolved Mysteries of the Past. Now, this book didn't bring up Mona Lisa, but yesterday I was reading this one portion about alchemists, and it reminded me about literally the book The Alchemist that I read recently as well. And I did not actually grow up knowing like what an alchemist even does until recently. Now I know from reading the Alchemist book that I guess alchemists are well known to turn any material that's not gold into golds, right? Like that's kind of like one of the things if you are an actual alchemist, you'd be able to prove, you'd be able to do. I didn't know until reading this book though that I guess for alchemists, their overall end goal, if you're a successful alchemist, isn't just to, I guess, make a lot of money by turning, I don't know, silver into gold or lead into gold, but for immortality. And there's this one section that talks about how if you are an alchemist, a weird, strange, bizarre side effect, well known for like alchemists back in the day. I guess this is just like word of mouth. These are all like folklore stories. People believe that if you are an alchemist, a successful alchemist in the past, you are likely to get a bizarre side effect from becoming an alchemist with having androgynous features. So you are nor like if you are a male when you started becoming an alchemist, if you succeed, you will end up developing more feminine features and vice versa. If you're a female, you'll end up developing more male features until you're just like more of an androgynous creature. And I don't know, and then you will eventually the goal is to obtain immortality, right? So when I read this, I don't know why, but my mind just ended up going towards the Mona Lisa because Mona Lisa has always been a mystery by Leonardo da Vinci, an artist. And if you've ever been to the Louvre in the museum, the Louvre in Paris, it's so strange. It's just like such a strange phenomenon still to me. Like it blows my mind why it's worth so much money and everybody's obsessed with it. It's been stolen. It came back after it was stolen. And nobody really knows what he originally intended to paint anyway. Some people always assumed, okay, this is either maybe it's his girlfriend, maybe he's painting a picture of himself, but I don't know, female version. Others say that he was just trolling. It doesn't really mean anything. And it's just strange why Mona Lisa always looks like it's always watching you, right? Like that's a fact. And it is creepy, it's a little weird. I physically went to the museum and I stared at it for a while, like stared at the Mona Lisa all across from a sea of people because every single day it's like super busy. There's always a bunch of tourists that are just snapping away like thousands of pictures of what they could easily find online. And it's weird. Like every corner I go in that museum, I could always see her like she's looking directly into your soul, kind of like the Doge pillow is right now. But I don't know why yesterday when I read that alchemist section about I guess gaining androgynous features and then you're going to become neither woman or male if you obtain like to the height of your alchemist powers or whatever. I was thinking maybe was is it possible that the Mona Lisa is meant to be kind of like an or maybe there's like a hidden message by the artist intending for the Mona Lisa to be androgynous because the Mona Lisa might have hit the height of alchemy, which ends up being immortality. So, and I dare say that I think that painting is more immortal than any human being in the world. I mean, and that I guess in turn also means Leonardo da Vinci is also immortal because I mean, you can't look at the Mona Lisa all these years and not think about the artist behind it. So I guess it's kind of like them reaching immortality together, but more so the painting that's very androgynous in the beginning. So yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. I don't know if you guys are into Leonardo Da Vinci. Damien S is like, Leonardo Da Vinci was gay. I don't even know. See, I don't do research like on this artist. Like I've seen much of his art, obviously, like going to museums and stuff, but I just think that he was obviously an artistic genius. And all the work that was done in the past, like by Leonardo da Vinci, like Michelangelo, it's just insane. I can't even imagine people back in the day doing that. But I guess you have more time doing that because there's no TV, there's no social media to bother you, and a whole bunch of other temptations to do. So it's just like drawing is probably like one of the things that they do to have fun, and they're really, really good at it. But yeah, the talent behind that level of art is just insanity. And I read this one thing, like I was reading Da Vinci Code, and they were saying how a lot of artists back in the day, they didn't believe in the people who commissioned them to do a lot of the art. So I think churches commissioned them to do a lot of the art, and people like Leonardo da Vinci would then go ahead and say yes to the commission. Like they say yes to the money, obviously, they'll paint the work, and they'll have like a lot of secret hidden messages that kind of, I guess, deflects the entire idea of it. If I am Leonardo, Leonardo da Vinci was buff. He used to work out in the gym every day. I tried drawing Mona Lisa and failed. Well, that's one. I've never attempted drawing the Mona Lisa. I don't think I'll ever really attempt to do it, but it's crazy. Like, I'll read to you guys some of the, it's still a mystery. Okay, so one long-standing mystery of the painting is why Mona Lisa features were faint eyebrows and apparently does not have any eyelashes. So this is on Google. And what? Okay, okay. There's who stole Mona Lisa. I thought it was hilarious that somebody stole it and brought it back. But the secret behind the Mona Lisa is that the happy part of her smile is actually buried in a low spatial frequency pattern. So if you're not looking directly at her mouth, her smile looks cheerful. But when you look directly at her mouth, parts of it disappear into the background. Like, you got to be some type of genius to make art like this, cuz I don't know, in this day and age, I've never seen art that was as famous as the Mona Lisa. I don't think there ever really will be one. Um I guess nobody will ever find out what the true meaning behind it all is. But I'm interested in knowing if by making her have no eyebrows and eyelashes, I think is trying to make it seem like this picture, this being is neither male or female. That's what I think. Um, if there's like another hidden meaning behind wanting a picture like that, I don't know why. I guess we'll never really truly find out. I mean, we could all guess and guess for years and years. But that's what happens. People try stealing the painting, Jimbo. Yes, but then they brought it back, which to me is like, how can we be really sure if that's actually the real deal anymore? Non-binary. I actually saw that painting. Very cool. Happy Sunday. Let's end the day with awesome. I don't know. Okay. I think that every day, as long as you're alive and well and you got food and shelter, we should all feel pretty awesome about that, period. So I know on my first channel, if you're coming from my first channel, yes, we have a lot of stress over there on the Living with Lucy channel because it's not easy when you're always talking about money and stocks. That's why I have this channel. I could talk about whatever I want. And thank you all so much, all of you. I realized that I have, out of the 4,000 hours that I'm trying to gain from YouTube, I have already achieved, I guess, over 1,000 hours just in the span of me coming back from my Canada trip. So you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for leaving on these live streams, even when I go away and have my dinner and do my sit-ups and stuff. You guys are the best. Uh, I'm pretty sure the one we see is a fake replica. The real one is hidden away. Honestly, John, I always feel that way. I think when something is that expensive, why would you leave it in a museum? Like, yeah, okay, you leave it in a museum behind a bulletproof glass, which is what the Mona Lisa is behind, and obviously all very, very expensive paintings in the world. But because if the location is revealed, like the Mona Lisa, then if let's say somebody wanted to destroy the Louvre, then goodbye Mona Lisa. I don't think it's very smart to leave anything that's real in the museums, but I mean, none of us would know if there's a replica in the museum and then the real one's hidden away somewhere. But I would say 75% chance I believe that the real one is somewhere, like maybe even in a different country, right? Miss Elon, I'm getting a very expensive massage at Angel Massage in OC. Okay, Callie, tomorrow you should join me. Well, if I'm really Miss Elon, wouldn't I be joining Mr. Elon? I don't know where he is right now, in Texas or something, instead of with you. Uh, but enjoy your massage. I'm sure you deserve it. I don't I don't really do massages. I think I could use like a foot massage lately, but I'm not one to like need like a body massage. I know like my dad likes massages and stuff like that. And like full body massages, foot massages, but I feel like maybe I just don't have that much soreness in my body. Maybe later on when I feel sore or whatever, I'll probably need body massages. Uh I'm sure the one we yes. People golden ratio. Oh my god, Damien, as you know about the golden ratio. So I think another I think that's from the Da Vinci Code that I learned about the golden ratio. The golden ratio is supposed to state, and for those of you that don't know, you should totally search it up. Okay, if I still remember, the golden ratio is one of the explanations as to why we think certain people are attractive. It's like they have this perfect ratio to their face, and like I guess we automatically like looks that are more symmetrical, but the golden ratio is like the specific ratio. And then if certain people's faces have it, they're deemed to be more beautiful. And the golden ratio also states, I think this is what I don't know if Leonardo DiCaprio, not Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't think Leonardo da Vinci was the one who discovered it, but he definitely did all his art with the golden ratio. But if I'm wrong and he did discover it, correct me. I remember that drawing that he did with the dude with like the multiple arms. It's basically like a body diagram, that famous like naked body man art. So I think from that he discovered, or either he discovered or he portrayed that if you divide from the length, I think from here to here of your arm, divide it by half, the numbers always like if I divide this length by this length, it's supposed to be exactly like 1.618 something something, and the numbers just go on, but it's just like a perfect ratio that comes out from like our body. Like your body has this. And then same with I think with your feet as well. But a weird thing with your feet is that they say your feet is always the length from here to here. That I think I read in a school book somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna have to talk about the golden ratio when I come back. But I'm gonna go eat dinner. It's dinner time right now. I just wanted to start it off for you guys. Let me send this out there so you guys know. I will be gone for a bit. I will come back. Come back and read all your comments later, but chat amongst yourselves. Thank you all so much for coming here. I will be here for a very long time later. And then we could talk about all the mysteries you guys want. There's a whole bunch that I want to bring up, like why we haven't traveled to the moon all this time. But I'll chat with you guys in a bit, okay? Be right back. Hi, guys. Wow. Thank you to all of you who stayed here. You guys are awesome. I was gone for like an hour. Hold on. Wow, you guys talked a lot. When I meant talk, I mean like share whatever you want to talk about mysteries. For some reason, I feel like you guys didn't really talk about mysteries. Um, that pillow is much. Watch Donald Duck, Math Magic Land, then you will know. My feet is the length of my elbow to my hand. Yes, that I didn't learn from like some mystery book or whatever. Bennett Jr., if you're still there, that was from some type of like, yeah, it was from like some school book. It's like this length to this length. But the golden ratio is like from here, from your, I guess your over, what is this called? The top of your, the end of your arm to the tip of your middle finger. If you divide that length by your elbow to this length, that should be 1.618, and that is the golden ratio. And apparently the golden ratio is found like everywhere. I don't think it's found in his face, but it's found in the Mona Lisa. It's found, I think that's how the Fibonacci sequence is built upon. I'm pretty sure. Don't know that much about Fibonacci sequences. I know people trade on it, but I don't do that. And yeah, it's literally just everywhere. It's in animals, it's in humans. Yes, I was eating. I'm done. I know. I should have background music. Honestly, I do have background music. You know what? I could try to play it, but I'm worried it's gonna end up playing like my own music. Hold on. There's like YouTube allows music. I don't know if you guys noticed that, like in the settings. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I can do this. I can play whatever is already here. I have an audio library, but it's just like on a loop. Hold on. Okay, it's loading. Okay, lots of people talking about Ethereum later. Oh, lots of people came in and out. The pillow moved. Why is it blinking? Okay. Hi, Don. Math and anatomy. In plants, human body, nature itself, it build around 1.618. Thank you, Swagmaster. Can you show your Robinhood wallet? No, I won't, because this channel is supposed to be about anything but stocks, crypto, finance. I do that enough, I think. Spend enough time talking about crypto. So you guys can talk about it, no problem. But I appreciate it if your questions and input on this channel, usually on these live streams, don't have anything to do with stocks and crypto, because you can talk about that every night when I do live streams on Living with Lucy. Have you considered being ginger? Okay, that's a question. That's fine. So you mean dye my hair red? I've dyed my hair red in the past. It's been red, it's been orangey. I've literally had every color under the sun except for blue. So maybe I'll try, I don't know, getting blue hair later on. I told you guys I don't mind dyeing my hair blue if Dogecoin goes to like $3 or something. No worries. This is the second channel, bro. In school, they teach us the 1614. Really? I've never been taught the golden ratio, or maybe they did teach me and I just forgot. Wasn't really paying hardcore attention back in school, but I was never taught the golden ratio or anything. Lucy, any tips for panic attacks? Good question. have I been in a panic attack? I don't think I've ever had a legitimate panic attack, but I've had like crazy anxiety, just like anxiety breakdowns or just depression breakdowns. So I guess that could be in around the same category. Um, Whenever I'm freaking out, I think usually when you freak out, you forget that your breathing pattern's off. So I think the key thing to remember whenever you're in like a freak accident situation, like I've gotten like hit in car accidents before. I haven't hit anybody in a car accident, but I've been like rear-ended. So I think anytime you go into those like shock moments, you don't realize it, but you have to pull yourself out and think like I need to breathe properly first. Because they say that, I think monks say this. I don't know who says this. I think someone told me in the past, like if you can't control your breathing, then a lot of things are going to go downhill for you without you even realizing it. So a lot of the things like anxiety, it causes us to breathe differently, whether you notice it or not. So people say to meditate or just like take really deep breaths and control your breathing. I think during a panic attack is like key thing here. Well, to first realize you're in one, so you're self-aware, and then to try and get yourself out of it. So I would say like collect yourself, breathing exercises, and then I don't know. For me, usually when I'm like on a crazy breakdown spiral, I just think like I go really intense and I'm just like, you either live or die. Which one do you want? And it usually ends in I want to live. So then I'm like, let's solve this problem. Do you like dream theater? I don't know what that is. Elaborate. What is dream theater? Is this something I can go pay to go to? Or like, do I watch people dream? Gotta breathe a lot. Hold on. Be right back. I'm not actually leaving. I'm just grabbing some chapstick lip gloss. All done. Think happy thoughts. A biofeedback works for anxiety drugs also. I don't know what those are. I mean, I don't know what kind of drugs you're talking about for anxiety, but I don't believe in taking drugs for like issues like anxiety. I know people who do. I personally, it's not for me. I have it all the time. And I think I've had anxiety since I was a kid. I just didn't know what to call it. And I've been fine without any enhancements. So today's topics are Mona Lisa and Alchemists. Marco, no, so I talked about that in the beginning. That's what I wanted to talk about in the very beginning. So if you rewind to the first, I think, 10 minutes, that's me talking about it. But yeah, pretty much Mona Lisa is something that's always just such a mystery and it's been on my mind forever. And yesterday I just randomly thought about it because I was reading my book, The Unsolved Mysteries of the Past. I'm still not done, by the way. And this one portion came up about alchemists. And I didn't know this about alchemists and like how in the past, I guess it's not just about turning lead into or metal, like plain metals into gold. Their main goal is immortality when you're a successful alchemist. And I guess one of the side effects, a well known bizarre side effect when you achieve your goals of being an alchemist, is that you start looking more like a female. If you're male, male into female. So more androgynous features. And that just made me think about the Mona Lisa and how maybe that was also thought about by Leonardo da Vinci when he created her or him. There were shamans, they were alchemists. And I always thought that alchemists, when I was a kid, I thought alchemists were just like olden day scientists. So I don't know how all these ideas were created around alchemists, like wanting to live forever. Maybe because I guess that's what everybody wants. Sometimes I think about how alchemists are just like everyone in the olden days because everybody loves money and that's today because we have paper money, but back in the day it's just like gold, right? That's their main currency. And alchemists' goal was to turn lead or any type of like metal into gold. And then so that's like literally just being super wealthy. So it's like the dream of being wealthy. But then their ultimate goal was immortality, which is to live forever. And sometimes I think like, are really, really wealthy people still searching for that? I definitely think yes. I'm going to go with yes. I think even though every single day in the news, you always talk about people and their chase for becoming wealthy and all that, it's like, has our generation and the 21st century just let go of the chase for immortality, or is it because we realize like, okay, it's impossible, or are we just not talking about it anymore? But I'm sure there's still people out there. I'm not Miss Elon. I'd rather just be Elon. Why be Miss Elon? Just be Elon Musk. It's who I aspire to be. But yeah, I still think that there are a lot of people in this world that must be looking for immortality, because you could be like, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, what have you, Bill Gates, but at the end of the day, they're not going to live forever. And if I picture myself being super, super wealthy, and it's like, what else do you want? Okay, you go to space. Sure. Okay, that's done. Check off the list. What else do you want? In the end, I think when it comes down to it, in the past and now has and always will be the same. It's like after you reached all the wealth, you've attained all the wealth you could possibly attain. I think it comes down to immortality. I mean, what would you guys pick? Either a life, unlike Elon Musk, you're not going to be a multi billionaire, one of the richest people in the world, but you can live forever for as long as a universe lasts. What would you rather have? But you're just like a regular person. Would you rather have that life, or would you like to live like Elon Musk, but you just live up to 80, 100 years old? I think 120 is like the going now. Like some people can live to 120 years old. So whatever. Let's say you're like Elon Musk, but you can live up to 120 years. Would you rather have that life or just be an average Joe, never famous, never billionaire, but you get to live till the end of time? I would pick the living till end of time. And technically, it's not who has more money wins, it's who has more time, because time is invaluable. If you're immortal, you'd see everyone you ever love die. So nope. Flame Wayman. Yes, that is a downside. You're gonna have to see everybody pass away, but there's still a possibility that if you even live up to, let's say, 120, right? Like that's longer than most human beings. If you live up to like 120, you're going to see everybody around you die anyways. So I don't think that bothers me that much. It's sad to think about. Money cannot bring you to next realms, or can it? Maybe they figured it out, but we just don't know. We have a lot of native tribes in Canada. They helped French and Englishmen get through cold winters with plants. Oh, not to live forever, but to find cures to diseases. Yeah, I thoroughly do believe, Vox, that there are probably a lot of hidden medicinal secrets. Either kind of went down with native people, or if a certain population kind of ended in our in on this planet, then they kind of take away like all these secrets to medicine, right? And I think even with 100 years on this planet, no matter how intelligent you are or how much you can track back into previous medicine, you may not be able to discover it within like 100-year time frame, no matter how many books you read. um, some things once lost are just gone for a while, or maybe forever. LL, I have immortal horns on my forehead. What are immortal horns? Talking about live longer, check George Van Tassel and the integrate Gratron? in many shows like The Vampire Diaries, they show that what immortality is. Yes, I've watched The Vampire Diaries. But it's funny because they make it seem like, okay, I am all like for a romance, by the way. If you don't know, I'm a hopeless, hopeless romantic. And on top of that, I'm also a total pessimist. So I don't know how that really mixes well. But even though I'm a hopeless romantic and I love The Vampire Diaries, one part of it I really just couldn't get over. I'm like, okay, these boys are complaining about wanting to die and end their immortality. So basically, in Vampire Diaries, if you're never gonna watch it, basically these vampires get to live forever, ever, ever, and ever, unless they get stabbed in the heart or their head chopped off. So there's these two guys, the main characters. They're these brothers. I guess they fall in love with this one female vampire, and they thought that she's dead. And I mean, basically throughout the show, they're just like such hopeless romantics that they wanted to off themselves if they could not find love. At one point in time, I think I believed in that. I was like, oh, if I can't find the love of my life or if I can't be in love, then that would suck. And what's the point of living? But now I'm like, no, there's so much more to live for. Even if you never find the one, or you've had a great love and you've lost it, if I had the ability to live forever, I would still spend it well. You could do so many things. You can run in front of a car and save somebody, and then you wouldn't die, and you can go ahead and repeat that over and over again. This is just nuts. So that I think I couldn't really connect with. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't peace out just because one of my vampire ladies died. LOL, I am. What about one channel for stocks and the other for crypto? Are you asking me, Golden McIver? One channel for stocks, one for crypto? No, I'm good with just my Living with Lucy that I can talk about stocks and crypto at the same time. I think they're kind of intertwined. You can't, for example, talk about China Ban and Evergrande. By the way, I figured out it's not Evergrande. It's Evergrande. Um, yeah, I don't think you could talk about, for example, news like Evergrande and then just like not talk about stocks and only talk about crypto. It's all connected. We're talking about live forever, looking young or looking old. I'm talking about looking young. Yeah, yeah. Amanda A, I'm talking about living forever, looking young. I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, oh, if I'm gonna look old and look like I'm 120, then no, I don't want to live forever. No, you can keep your youth. The trolls are real. What's a tribird? I'm sorry, I don't know, Vox. Please educate all of us. Why was there a hype for crypto and then it is boring now? LOL. What? I don't know. People usually like to buy when everything's green, so I think that's what you're inferring to. I don't think it's boring. I think there's still a lot of volatility in there, but I'm not going to talk about that with you guys. I talked about it enough earlier today. Stocks and crypto talk, save it for Living with Lucy, first channel. I'll be there every single day. Reminds me of Time Traveler Wife. Oh my God, Dawn. So I think recently, yeah, I watched Time Traveler Wife, and then I watched About Time. I think it's called About Time, or It's About Time. But it's funny, I realized they use the same actress, Rachel McAdams, for both the Time Traveler Wife and then the wife of the other traveler guy in It's About Time. Both really good movies, both about time traveling, but very different storylines. I recommend both. It's just funny that they casted the same girl. She's like the time traveling wife, the girl. Hi, Terrence. Anyway, what's up, Lucy? How you doing? Hi, Artemis. I'm good. I'm good. Just thinking about all these mysteries of the past lately, and also because I was watching Inspiration 4, I was telling you guys earlier in the other live stream. I don't know if you guys saw it, but in the first episode of the 4 episodes on Netflix, the Haley girl, the girl who survived cancer and ended up going traveling around orbit around the Earth on SpaceX, she thought when they first told her that she was selected, she was like, "Are we going to the moon?" And then I guess everyone she told, like her brother, was like, "No, I guarantee you're not going to the moon." But I love how nobody elaborated on that. And obviously later she was like, oh yeah, everyone told me like it's been decades since people have gone up to the moon. But why do we skip that? Like that's a conversation we really should have. No billionaires like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. I think no one's made plans to like land on the literal moon, right? Because I know, okay, Doge 1 mission is going to the literal moon, but is anybody actually planning to send any astronauts to like go on the moon anytime soon through these billionaire their own spacecrafts or through NASA? Because what are we afraid of? Obviously, a lot of people think that it's a whole entire hoax, like the first moon landing and that whole videotape was a complete lie. And to be honest, I never watched the whole thing. I've seen clips of when the first man landed on the moon. Um, the flag moving does look a little shady, so I'm not sure if I believe that first clip. I do know that at the time it was like a lot about politics and it was about US versus Russia. Okay, who's going to get up there first? Um, so I don't know. I'm going to say it's a 40-60 for me. I think 60% it looked really fake. 40% maybe it was real. Dear NASA, when moon? Exactly. That's something like no one is talking about. And the only guess I could come up with now that obviously we know UFOs are real, then you have to think, okay, well, if UFOs are real, who's flying these objects? And where are they from? And the only guess I have automatically would be the moon. And maybe these UFOs are coming from the moon. And whoever's inside the UFOs have been telling maybe the government. And now you have to be very open minded to be listening to this, by the way. But whoever, these are all just my crazy imagination assumptions. But what if whoever came down from the moon in these UFOs then told the government and the rest of the world, none of you guys are allowed to come back or try to actually come on the moon? Is that a possibility? Because I can't imagine why we wouldn't go. It seems like a place that everybody would want to go and check out and make a better video of at bare minimum. Like even Netflix, I'm sure, can afford to commission for a ride up there. And I think a lot of people would, I would pay per view that. I would actually pay to see a human being land on the moon and like, HD quality videos. Marty the Martian, UFO is clearly real. Witch, werewolf, vampire, tribird. Oh, so if you're a witch, a werewolf, and a vampire, you're a tribird. I did not know that. I did not know that that's what they were called. Cool. But if I had to pick between being a witch or a werewolf or a vampire, I think I'd rather be oh, there's like a flying moth in here. I think I'd rather pick to be a witch because I think witches are just boss and they have a lot of power and they can probably kill off the vampires and werewolves without really damaging a nail or anything. Lucha's like, Donna's here. Lucy is so lucky. But they also add the magicians using words. But how about you guys? If you had to pick between being a vampire or a werewolf or a witch, what would you pick? Artemis is like, crypto hype will come back. You'll know when it's back. Don't worry about it. There will never be a lack of that kind of hype. Witches are not immortal though. Yeah, that's the only problem. But then vampires aren't immortal. Thought it's just I thought it was just the Vampire Diaries vampires that are like immortal, or are all vampires supposed to be immortal? Oh wait, the Twilight vampires are also immortal. So yeah, maybe that means I would rather be a vampire. But I still want to be a witch because I feel like they could just do anything. There's like so much more power. There's like, that's magic. That's why you want to be a tribird. I just want to be a tree, Terrence. Why? So you can turn into paper and go burr. Why would you want to be a tree? You're welcome, Don. But trees do live longer than the rest of us, I think. Vampires can then, because then I'd be sparkly all the time. I think that's just in Twilight. I think regular vampires aren't sparkly flame. But yes, if you are a vampire that walks in the sun all day and you're in Twilight, then I guess you would sparkle all the time. Like diamonds. Because a hybrid is a vampire lichen. Am I saying it right? Lichen. Yeah, like who thinks of this stuff? But okay, the mystery on the whole vampire thing though, I think you guys have all heard of this. People believe that it's the garlic sellers. From what I read, it's people who sold garlic back in the day and like all these crosses and spears and all that. Whatever they said that vampires were afraid of, it's like those people made it up and then they made up vampires so then they could sell you all those things. It's more of like a marketing scheme. That's what I heard. But I don't know, maybe they are real. We'll have to see. Obviously, there's people out there that believe vampires enough to like try drinking human blood that I've heard of. Are there male witches or wizards? I think. Yeah, I thought they were wizards. I think male witches are wizards. Is that like because Harry Potter is a wizard? But then is Hermione a witch then? I thought she called herself a wizard as well. Vampire has no chance to come near me. I'm Korean. We put garlic on everything. Facts. Had I actually made I made for breakfast kimchi rice with scrambled eggs. It was delicious. I think kimchi, like I buy it as like a cheat, like when I don't want to clean vegetables and I'm lazy. I don't want to clean vegetables. I don't want to chop anything. By buying kimchi, it's like adding vegetables to my noodles or rice last minute dishes. I'll just throw some on and be like, bam, now it's healthy. There's some veggies in there. Yeah, it's mostly from old novels like The Vampire and Hollywood. Sorcerers. Fried eggs are the most important part. I don't know why. Something about rice and eggs and kimchi just it goes good together. I know ghosts are real 100%. Why, Luke Todd? Do you have a story about ghosts that you want to share? Because I'm just not afraid of ghosts. Like, I don't want to pay to go into a haunted house because that's how much I don't believe in it. But yeah, maybe I just don't buy it. Maybe because I've never seen one. If I see one, I'll let you guys know. But I've known people who claim they've for sure seen ghosts or monsters, stuff like that. I've seen something in the water. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but when I was younger, my dad took me on some fishing trip with his friend. And then I remember we're like next to some lake, I think, and it was dark. I swear I saw some weird object that looked like it had a mouth like this big. And then it was just like floating over the water. But it was so dark, I couldn't really see. So I was like, oh my God, maybe that's a monster. But I just stared at it. I wasn't even scared because I didn't really believe it was what I was looking at was real, anyways. But that's it. I don't have any encounters with monsters. I don't really believe in monsters or ghosts. I'm scared of ghosts when I watch scary shows, even though I watch scary shows anyways. I think someone recommended me Terrace House on Netflix. I guess I'll watch that later. But yeah, I'm like scared to watch things that have to do with ghosts and stuff, like The Call on Netflix, this other like Korean movie that I didn't watch yet. I'm like scared to watch these things because I'm scared I'm gonna be scared to get out of my bed and like go to the restroom in the dark. But I don't actually believe they exist. Wait, what are you guys talking about? What is soul food? What's the best fusion food, Swagmaster? Kimchi is hard to waste, such a power food. I never waste my kimchi, Don. Ghosts are souls that wander the earth. Can be, depends on the situation, maybe. I'd like to think that only if someone murdered me, then I'd like to think that I'm wandering the earth, like haunting the people that I don't like. But aside from that, I don't know. After her vacation, Lucy got me feeling for some Thai/Vietnamese fusion. Yes, I had some good Vietnamese food on my vacation, but you can get that like in Vegas. Vegas has a good one. I think I told you guys it's called the One or One District or something. One District. Uh, Different ghosts manifest themselves differently. Okay, but Luke, you need to share why you believe in ghosts. Did you see one? Did somebody tell you about a story about ghosts? No ghosts, but only spirits and energy. So is that a better thing then, Bong? Like if you don't believe in ghosts, you just believe in spirits and energy. Are these spirits ever going to pop up in the mirror and haunt you in the middle of the night and show up inside your bed sheets? Airheads, Terrence. I haven't had airheads in forever, but airheads. I like that airhead texture. It's like kind of like plastic, but not really. But I did recently try an airhead, like a newer version, where it's like the gummy version. I don't think it was too healthy though. It was like super colorful. I'm like, that's definitely a lot of dye going inside my stomach. Maybe you heard a hollow Bleach fans know. What? Ever watch Godzilla? You mean the newest one? I'm pretty sure I've seen Godzilla before, but not the newest one. I was almost gonna watch it on a plane, and then I decided to watch something else. We can also have a lot of optical illusions with our eyes. Again, depends on the situation. Yeah, so that's why I always question, like, even when I think I see something, it might just be the light, might be like shadows. That's why they say a lot of kids are scared, like, or a lot of kids don't know what they're seeing because the shadows and the lighting at nighttime, trees, shadows of trees just look all scary. But there's always something off about them. We are ghosts in flesh suits. That's creepy. That's creepy, man. I don't know if I'm a ghost in flesh suits. No ghosts, but energies. That's exactly it, Lucy. Some spirits may wander after something like that, and until a resolve happens, ghosts roams until fixed. That's like that movie. It's called Ghosts, right? The famous one where they're like making clay or something, or making pot. What do you call that? Is it pottery? Yeah. I always wanted to do that, by the way, but those classes are so expensive. I thought, like, after I watched that movie, I think it's called Ghosts. Is it called Ghosts? I think it is. But anyways, it's where the dude dies, and then he goes to his wife, I think, and then they end up making, or they made the pottery stuff before he died. I don't know, but because of that movie, I always wanted to make the pottery stuff. But I think I called at least 2 places, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, you can make it, but it's gonna cost you before you make it." Like I'm supposed to be charged before I even get to do that. Like your first 3 lessons or whatever aren't even you actually making the pottery. These places that I called, so I was like, yeah, sounds like a ripoff. So I didn't do it. But one of those days, I'm gonna once I like literally retire and have nothing to do. I will buy one of those, and I will want to make my own cups and vases and maybe sell them online or just give it away. I don't know. Eternals gonna be a crazy movie. I'm so excited for Eternals, Dawn. You have no idea. I heard new Ghostbusters movie is dropping in November. Is there a new Ghostbusters? Oh, I think I know, but isn't it like, is it a new Ghostbusters? Because isn't there a Ghostbuster movie with like the Thor guy in it? But I thought it was all ladies. Like there's like all 3 female leads in it instead of like 3 male leads. Is that the one you're talking about, or there's like another one? Oh, original Japanese Godzillas? No, I've never watched it. I should though. Are you afraid of seeing ghosts in the mirror? Satan. I don't think I don't know what it was. I probably some kind of scary movie messed me up. And now sometimes whenever I think about ghosts, I'm like, when you wash your face and you pop your head back up, I'm like, oh my God, what if I see something behind me? I just think too much whenever I think about scary movies or ghosts. That's why I find it hard to go to the bathroom by myself. I'm a ghost hunter on the Nintendo Wii. What? It's called Ghost Staring Patrick Swayze. Ghost. Oh yes, yes. Patrick Swayze. That's the guy. Supposed to be a mummy found during a secret Apollo mission to the moon. What? Really? I don't know what they discovered when they went to the moon though, Marco. I'm sure it wasn't pleasant. Hence why we haven't gone again, even though nobody wants to talk about that. Okay, like actually I want to Google this. Why have we not gone to the moon? Pretty much since when? For like at least it's been at least 30 years, right? I think. Okay. Business Insider. Astronauts explain why nobody has visited the moon in more than 45 years, and the reasons are depressing. Okay. Apollo 11 astronauts planted a flag on the moon on July 20th, 1969. The last time a person visited the moon was December 1972 during NASA's Apollo 17 mission. Okay, did not know that. So I guess it's been 972. 72, that's like almost 50 years, right? Within 1 year from now, it'll be 50 years. By 2022, it'll be 50 years we haven't gone to the moon then. Okay, over the decades, NASA has planned to send people back to the moon, but has yet to succeed. The Trump administration wants to get astronauts back there by 2024. All right, well, GG Trump administration. Astronauts often say the reasons humans haven't returned to the lunar surface are budgetary and political hurdles, not scientific or technical challenges. Why do I find that hard to believe? That the reason we haven't returned is budget? If budget was really the issue, I guess it's not so much anymore with all the billionaires capable of doing so. And in terms of political hurdles, I don't get that either. Is it because we're worried that if, let's say, one country were to head over to the moon first, that the other country would be pissed off and say, now I'm gonna beat you to it? What? Not scientific or technical challenges. I don't know. I feel like it's something else. Private companies like Blue Origin and SpaceX may be the first entities to return people to the moon. So that's what I'm still looking forward to, but I haven't heard of any news from Blue Origin or SpaceX saying that they're going to go to the moon with an actual astronaut. I don't know, plant a flag down there. Let's see. Landing 12 people on the moon remains one of NASA's greatest achievements, if not the greatest. Astronauts collected rocks, took photos, performed experiments, planted flags, and then came home. But those stays during the Apollo program didn't establish a lasting human presence on the moon. More than 45 years after the most recent crewed moon landing, Apollo 17 in 1972, there are plenty of reasons to return people to Earth's giant dusty satellite and stay there. Oh, Vice President Mike Pence back then has promised that we will see U.S. astronauts on the moon by 2024. All right, well, I guess that's over. But on recent phone calls with reporters, NASA Administrator Jim said that ambitious goal is going to require quite a lot more federal cash, something that's historically been a political sticking point in Washington. Or are people just going and we're just not seeing videos of it? I can't imagine like really, really wealthy people who are wealthier than like, I don't know, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos to not create their own machines of anything, spacecrafts, rockets, to send something towards the moon, to kind of look over the moon, just out of like basic human curiosity. I'm pretty sure someone out there would have sent something by now. If they didn't physically go there, I'm pretty sure in the last 50 years, people who are rich enough probably sent something up there. I don't know, some type of like a machine that allows them to record what's going on there. Because if I have all the money in the world, my curiosity would definitely bring me up there. And I would probably want to run like a little mini machine with a camera on it and just have it move around the moon until I see aliens or something. Or at least see those flags that they supposedly planted. There is no solid moon. When you enter a hotel room and your hair suddenly stands up, get another room looked up. I don't think I went to a hotel room and my hair suddenly stood up, but if usually when the hotel rooms are too cold, I think automatically goosebumps. If you ever see something in the sky like 20 times the size of your house flying, no, I've never seen that. Alchemist, is that book that you are talking about? Great book. Yes. But no, when I talked about the Mona Lisa, you're gonna have to rewind to the first 10 minutes of this video is when I was talking about Mona Lisa and Alchemist. I wasn't talking about the book Alchemist that I finished reading, but just overall, all Alchemists. So when I read that book, Terrence, I didn't know much about alchemists. I didn't know that they're known to, like, I guess, practice turning metals into gold. But when I read that book, the Alchemist book, that's pretty much what I found out about them. And then reading this one, My Unsolved Mysteries of the Past yesterday, that's when I learned that alchemists, there's so much like folklore stories about them and all these ideas about alchemists in the past and what they do. And basically, I guess their aim is for immortality. And there are side effects to becoming an alchemist. And part of it is androgynous features that are neither male or female, which made me think about the Mona Lisa and the fact that she's basically immortal. He or she is immortal because it's lasted through all this time. This is a big can of worms. I got very scared of The Grudge. Oh God, no, you put that back in my mind again, Jasmine. The Grudge is one of those movies, once you've seen it, you're forever ruined. Like sometimes by yourself, you see a little kid pop up in the elevator, ruined. What else? Anybody with black hair, just freshly washed, drenched, scares me. Yeah, ladies wearing nightgowns that are white with black hair makes me think about The Grudge. So, and when I take showers, sometimes I told you guys this. Sometimes when your hands like intertwine, I mean, you guys without long hair wouldn't know this, but sometimes when my fingers touch each other like this, it reminds me of The Grudge, and I freak out. Look up the Ortoning, scariest movie ever. I've never seen. I'm gonna look it up. Ortoning. Sorry, I'm reading like old comments. I missed them, the newer ones. The aliens on the moon warned us never go back, saying last year. That's what I think. Mona Lisa is from Leonardo I keep saying Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo da Vinci, yes, and would have a written hidden code in his painting. Wonder what that could be. Yes, Mona Lisa is from Leonardo da Vinci, and Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo both loved to place these hidden messages inside their paintings. I think they're just both like very intelligent trolls. I hope Elon tries to make a moon station so much closer than Mars. Yeah, that's why I still think about it, Don. Like if billionaires don't go within the next 5 years, then I think that's more than enough proof that somebody from the moon told us not to go. The Soviets landed on Venus in 1972 and took some photos and then burned up because it was so warm. Also, look at Mona Lisa stares at you. It's almost like that Doge pillow. Yes, I definitely believe that there's something to it. In this one special moment in time when this picture was taken and the Shiba Inu became forever famous, this exact look, it does look like he's always looking at you and smiling. It's kind of like the Mona Lisa. Hold on. Are you afraid of the Matrix? No, but I'm afraid we are in the Matrix and we just don't know it. We are in the Matrix. We live in a realm, not a planet. In crypto synthesized gold. Goosebumps are different, Lucy. The hair on your neck stands up. You get out fast. Okay, noted, Luke. Next time I go into a hotel and the hair on the back of my neck stands up, I will. I'll do it. What about the people who just like wax everything? Because there are some girls who just wax every piece of hair from here and below. So I guess they won't feel that feeling anymore of the hair standing up on the back of their neck. Love everywhere I gotta go dark. What? Oh, everywhere I go in the dark, I see the Grudge lady. That's not very nice. Grudge is the worst movie ever. I got forced to watch Japanese version. Couldn't stay in dark for years. Oh, I didn't watch the Japanese version. I think I'm too chicken for that. I don't think I'll ever watch the Japanese version of The Grudge. I think there's a lot of movies from Japan that are scary. I'm not down to watch. But I know in Japan there is I think it's like is it a mental hospital or something like that? But it might be situated in a mental hospital or maybe on a mountain. I've read about it before. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but in Japan, people sign contracts, I guess, to go to this like freak show of a house, like to get scared, um, for fun, for fun. And then there's like people that look like they work for, I don't know, an asylum or something. And yeah, it's just like a lot of creepy stuff. And you're gonna basically wander around either this mountain or this asylum looking thing where people are all paid actors and actresses and stuff. uh yeah, I don't know why people would do that, but Japanese people are on a whole other level. When your every hair stands up might be about to go SSJ. What? When every hair stands up, you might be able to go SSJ. What does SSJ mean? Just calm down. Doge is the me Mona Lisa. Love it. Yeah, I really do think so though, now that we mention it. I mean, it's missing an outfit, some hair. Oh, but yeah, and there's no eyebrows. I love that Doge pillow. Thank you, Swagmaster. I think it's all sold out. I was talking about it on my other live stream on my other channel, but apparently no more Doge pillow on Amazon. Let me know if you guys find it. But I think you can still get maybe this Doge pillow on eBay. SSJ. Oh, Super Saiyan. It keeps looking at you like it doesn't even care. I think it's more like judging you, whereas the Mona Lisa is more of like a creeper. The Mona Lisa looks like it's just smiling at you, like it knows your secret. Like it's a very strange smile. I don't know how he was able to portray that, but one does not simply just draw Mona Lisa. I can't. I've never tried, but I don't think I could ever make something look that creepy. Uh Dogs have eyebrows. I learned something today. I don't know. Do dogs have eyebrows? I don't think so. Just I don't know. I've never owned a dog myself, so I'm gonna say no. I don't think dogs have eyebrows. Joe Rogan thinks some of the moon footage was fake. I was talking about that earlier, hip hop, and I think definitely one. I'm not saying all the missions were fake. Maybe some of them were real, but there's got to be one fake one in there. It looks really bad. But then again, I seen like Elon Musk's posts about like certain images taken, um, and he's like, "Oh, it looks fake," but it is just what it is. It's just like it looks crazy fake, like it's super high def, and it looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. But I guess that's just how some of the images, like going towards space or with the spacecraft, it just automatically looks like that. But that's like a different kind of fake. That's like too high tech. Whereas I guess after the 60s, whenever they went to the moon, all of those clips don't look that good to me. That's why I would love to see how, for example, the flag, an American flag would look like after they pop it on the moon. Because that video clip, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. That's just really hard to stomach. Um, all of it is obviously fake, Zayden. But I'm just curious, like, okay, if it is fake, and then if everything's fake and somebody on the moon told the government, whatever, like, don't come back, not just one government, but like literally the entire world, not to attempt to go to the moon. How do people actually keep that type of secret though? That's the type of thing like I can't really wrap my head around, because you always hear, okay, like secret files, right? Like I told you guys, like I've met people from the military that have told me about like these secret files they've seen in the past, or heard from somebody that they've seen secret files. Like people talk. Um, and word spreads. So obviously UFOs, people have been talking about it forever. You get people from the government leaving the government and then having their own like 60-minute shows or whatever. Um, So yeah, I think something that big, like having aliens tell us don't come back, I just wonder, wouldn't that already be out? Like all these presidents have gone by throughout the years. I'm sure one of the presidents in there would have told somebody who told someone else, and it would be out with the general public by now. I don't know. That's just kind of what I think. Apollo 20 1976 T shows the other Mona Lisa. This is why Elon wants to go to Mars, not the moon. We've been warned not to go there. Mega mega. So yeah, I guess time will tell. If in my lifetime nobody ever goes to the moon again, then I'm just going to automatically assume that my hypothesis is true and the UFOs are coming from the moon and then the aliens are watching us from the moon. I mean, we have to be really really obnoxious to think that we are staring at the moon every night and the moon isn't staring back at us. The flag was made to look that way. They knew about the atmosphere, but it's still like really fake. Jordan Peterson says I love Jordan Peterson, okay, who get goosebumps from ambient music have a high degree of openness. Was that in the 12 Rules of Life book? Because I read that one by Jordan Peterson. I don't think I remember that part. Maybe I just forgot it. Get goosebumps from ambient music have a high degree of openness. Interesting. He has a lot of discoveries. Yeah, ghosts can be like Mona Lisa in the painting, something creepy and off about them. I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts among reality, though. I don't really believe that I've met a ghost and spoken to a ghost in real life. Even though I did meet this girl who claims that she for sure spoke to a ghost. When I was listening to her story, I got a little scared. But basically, this girl claims that when she was in Hong Kong, I think that's where she was. Okay, when she was in Hong Kong, there was a bus stop, and she said that she was waiting for a bus, and there was this old lady sitting at the bus stop with her, next to her, and they were chatting. Everything seemed normal. She was like, "Oh, I'm just here to like visit my family and whatever." When the bus came, and this is like the only bus for the bus stop, okay? So whoever was waiting at the bus stop should have gone on the bus. So she claims that after she had this like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minute bus stop of a wait chat with the old lady sitting next to her, she got on the bus. Okay, and this person swears to me like this actually happened. She gets on the bus, pays her fare, sits down, only to realize that the old lady did not get off the bus. I mean, did not get on the bus with her like she's supposed to, because that bus stop was only waiting for one bus and that was it. So she looks back at the old lady and the old lady starts waving at her like this. I hope I'm not creeping you guys out and you're going to get nightmares from this. But the old lady starts waving like this. And she says, as the bus starts moving, but before it starts to take off, the old lady is just like smiling at her in this very creepy way, just kind of like this. And then the waving gets faster and faster and faster to a impossible to be human speed. So like basically the hand gestures were just going so fast that she knew that that was not a human being waving back at her anymore, and she claimed that that was a ghost. And then the bus left, and obviously she's never seen that lady ever again, and that's, she swears, her encounter of a ghost. Now, I've never seen anything like it, so again, I'm gonna call it maybe from the angle that she was looking at the old lady, maybe it just creeped her out. Also, the fact that she didn't get on the bus when she was supposed to. But the speed of the waving, I don't know. I would have to see it in reality for myself, because I can wave really fast. But then, I don't know. See, that is a ghost. Well, I don't know, Luta. Maybe it was just the old lady trolling her and didn't get on the bus. I don't know what it is. But I still refuse to believe it unless I see something like that to me. Like, I have to see something supernatural. I've never seen any human being do anything supernatural with their bodies. The closest thing I can see to it is this girl who was in my middle school, I think. We weren't even in the same grade at the time, but I remember her telling me like, oh, I could do this thing with my eyes. And I was like, okay, like, cool, what is it? And she was like, oh, I can shake them. And so I didn't believe it. So I was like, show me. And then she just stared at me in the eyes, and then her eyeball started to shake like that. So that's the only thing I've ever seen somebody do something like supernatural or like not normal with their bodies, like out of the ordinary, not just like you're double jointed or something. Aside from that, I've never seen it. So I don't really believe in levitation. And like I know people have like levitated their own daughters or whatever, done shows and been famous for it. I just don't buy it unless somebody can levitate my entire body up in the air like 6 feet high. Then I'll believe it. You got some weird friends. We're not that close, but this is a true story that this girl told me. Nah, it's possible if you knew the strength of a demon exorcist like strength. Oh my god, the old lady told me the rape Nanjing, so creepy. Neil deGrasse told Joe Rogan it would be impossible to fake. It would cost more than actually going to the moon. Okay, so I guess Neil deGrasse defends the fact that all of that was real then. I don't see how it's impossible to fake though, because if you look at the clip of people on the moon, astronauts on the moon in the 60s, 70s, it looks like something that could be done in Hollywood at the time. That's my 2 cents. So again, I would need to see real people on there, a much more HD video, hopefully a live stream in the future of astronauts on the moon, and then compare it to previous videos, and then I think we'll know. Do you believe you can dishonor the ghost of your ancestor? So do you think I could piss off my ancestors' ghosts? I don't like to think of my ancestors as ghosts, so I guess I don't really buy it. For me, I think of my ancestors as amongst the stars. Usually when I look at the stars, I'll think of them as ancestors. The flag was made to look the way they knew about the atmosphere. After the tsunami in 2004, people claim they see ghosts everywhere in Thailand. Sign of fast movements, old ways of acting. Yeah, it sounds like ghost. Demon bottom lines. Research. A demon. Oh my god, hip hop live spot. You don't like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I like him though. I like him. I like watching his interviews and what he has to say. I don't know why you say he's a fraudster. But Jim Cramer. Click the like button. Isn't Neil deGrasse a stand-up comedian? He sounds and acts like one. No, I don't think he's a comedian. I'm pretty sure he's never been one. Yeah, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. I like him. Ask your friend more details. No, we're out of touch right now, so can't ask for more details. Have you seen the Google Earth videos on YouTube supposedly depicting Mars in our desert here on Earth? Mr. By Faith in Christ. No. Google Earth videos on YouTube depicting Mars in our desert here on Earth? Nope. Do you use Twitch? No, I don't yet, but I keep saying that I will. But I feel like if I'm going to open up a Twitch account, I should play some games. I would probably be playing games if I go on Twitch. But it's like, what kind of games would I play? I suck at LOL. I suck at World of Warcraft. I could try, and you guys will just see me doing really badly and getting killed every 5 minutes. Can you play Angry Bird? Not Angry Bird. What is that? Flappy Bird? I like playing Flappy Bird. Do people play Flappy Bird on Twitch? The one where you just tap one button and then the birds go through the pipes. Honestly, some people are so good at that game. I don't know how they do it. I've never been able to go over, I think like even 100. Yeah, my number never goes over 100. I can never do 100 like pipe twirls, but I've seen people do it at like Dave and Buster, and I hate them. I'm always very jealous. I just stare them down, give them cut eye. Come play Diablo 2 Resurrection with me. If you go on Twitch, you can link YouTube and stream them simultaneously. Yeah, I can do that in the future, and I will, Mr. By Faith in Christ, once I get my MacBook Pro 13, whenever that comes out. I'm still waiting for it. I think before the end of the year. So that'll be a purchase I will make towards my life and YouTube. Because then I can do more things. Technically, I can stream now, I've learned, and watch my Netflix at the same time because I've already done it with you guys like multiple times. But I think to stream both, I'll probably need more power on my computer that I don't have. While you're double streaming a lot lately, isn't it? Is it tiring? The real tech geek. Yes, it is. So if you appreciate my videos, double live streamings, and all of that, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I am trying to hit over 1,000 subscribers, almost there. I think I need like 20 more. So please do that. Share my videos with your friends and family, and always smash that like button. Nah, it's not that tiring, to be honest, because this is just me. Like, I would be thinking about all these things I'm telling you guys now, except I would just be thinking about it in my head, and then my brain would get really hot. Like, my forehead is always burning, guys. It's like too much thinking, but not a lot of doing, I guess. I can get Steven Larson and the schemes to rage you. What? Keep buying that Doge, folks. Talk. No Doge talk. You could just stare at him and then keep it to yourselves. But yeah, I'll be okay. I'm not gonna be doing this like every single day. Not every day, but whenever I have energy, I will. You don't have to do what you are doing now, but I can. I've been going through my Switch collection lately. I haven't been playing Switch, but whenever I do, it's probably because I have a lot of pumped up aggression and I just get it out in Smash Bros. I was wrong. Mars is 20 times the size of Australia. What? Did not know that. But in terms of, yeah, the distance between like here to the moon is so much closer than here to Mars. So, I guess it's because they don't see hope in building a life on the moon. But wouldn't it be easier to build a life on moon than Mars? What games do you like? Nintendo is my favorite. Any of the Super Mario stuff. Oh, there's a Super Mario movie, guys. Did you see that? I think her name's Anna Taylor-Joy, and okay, I forgot her name. But the actress for Queen's Gambit is gonna be Peach for the live action Super Mario movie. And then I forgot. Is it Pete? The guy who plays Guardians of the Galaxy, the main character dude, he's gonna be Mario. And I think Jack Black is Bowser, but they're just like voicing it. But I'm very, very excited because I did not think that they were gonna make a Super Mario movie anytime soon. Chris Pratt. Oh, Chris Pratt. Oh, why did I call him Pete? I knew there was a P in there somewhere. Final Fantasy remind me of them. Huh? I've never played Final Fantasy. I've friends who play Final Fantasy. I've seen other people play Final Fantasy. I like the art in Final Fantasy. Like, I like the anime characters, and I think Kingdom of Hearts is cute. I tried to play it. Did not stick with me though. I still like playing Smash Bros and Super Mario, Mario Party and stuff. I was wrong. Are you afraid of reptilians? No. Where do you play in League of Legends? Where do I play? I don't know what that even means because I've only played like LOL 2 or 3 times in my life, and it was with other people who always play LOL. Yeah, they just I get my friends or whoever I'm with to like set it up for me, and I just play, and I just suck. I think it's really like it's good visuals. Like, I like League of Legends, I think, more than World of Warcraft because I like the little characters and all the visuals more than World of Warcraft. But yeah, I'm just really bad at it. Kingdom of Hearts, that was my joint. Wouldn't it be nice if they fix life on Earth instead of going to Moon or Mars? So BK on the Netflix show that I am trying to finish later, um, Inspiration 4, Elon Musk is featured in it, so he talks in it, and he was saying that he was questioned that they were like, well, a lot of people have a lot of issues with people like you guys. I think was it Bill Gates who said that? I think it was Bill Gates. So pretty much he was questioned on an interview and it was shown on Netflix. Like, don't you feel bad kind of about the fact that you guys are going into space and it's just like billionaires going into space when you guys should be focusing on issues on Earth? And he had a really good answer to that, which I really loved. Honestly, he's just a genius, really good at all the questions that people throw at him. I thought that was kind of a hard question to answer, but Elon was just like, if he does agree that most issues should be focused on the here and now on this planet, but he says if we just take 1% of the resources on Earth, and like if you just take 1% of the money that was supposed to go towards, I don't know, out of the 100%, right? 1% is not that much in terms of attempting to go to space and then making making humans a multiplanetary species. And he's like, if we only focus on problems and problems and problems, and life isn't just about living and focusing on solving problems and then just thinking about problems all the time, because that's kind of depressing. He says that the 1% is okay to just focus on leaving Earth and then going to other planets. So yeah, I agree with that. I think that we could probably afford more than 1%. What if what we're searching for to solve our problems on Earth is in fact actually elsewhere? And then I don't know, if you find aliens, maybe they can help us cure cancer or something. Uh I'm looking for players for my guild in World of Warcraft team for Diablo. Trying to build up a league of my own for regular players. All right, Vox. You can recruit some people maybe on here, whoever's interested in joining you. Your friends didn't help you play League of Legends very well. Do you like spectating? Um, do I like to watch people play games? Yes and no. I think it's like only after I'm playing with people and I lose, then I'm down to watch other people play. I'm more of a spectator when it comes to like DDR. Like if I'm at like a Dave and Buster and then people are really good at the dance machines, I'll watch other people because it just surprises me how they're so good at it and I can't. I always die and get breathless after like one song on hard. My son's a top player. I heard for League of Legends, it's like you can literally make money off of it if you end up having like a really big account. I think same goes for World of Warcraft. Like if you guys get good enough or your kids get good enough, they can turn around and sell their accounts to other people for like, I don't know, $50,000 or something. That's what I heard. Uh, the government acts like 1% is a lot when it comes to the homeless, though. It's BS. Yeah, no, it's true. It's complete BS. Money never. We should just have, like I said, blockchain voting to see where our tax money should go to. That's a fun game. Dance Dance Revolution, really? Yes, that's one of my favorites. When I was younger, my parents bought me this mat. I don't think I have it anymore, but it's like a mat Dance Dance Revolution thing at home. And I used to go on it all the time. I'm still not that good at it. Well, now they have like all these different, like, yeah, you could go diagonal and stuff too on some of them. So it's just like crazy intense. Yeah, I mean, I told my son to focus on school. It's okay, Fung. If he really gets famous or makes a lot of money off of gaming, it could end up being better than school. I don't know. Yeah, my friend had that too. He was so good at it. I couldn't do it. When aliens get out of their UFO spaceship and a ghost manifests itself in front of them, do they get scared and run back in their UFO? That they already conquered the ghost realm with their technology? I don't know, Luta. If I was an alien, yeah, I never thought about that because we think of them as all like these strange entities, like aliens are aliens, zombies are zombies, ghosts are ghosts, and then I don't know, monsters in the ocean are monsters in the ocean. But it's like, if they were all in the same movie, who would win? Clash of Clan here? I never heard that. But I don't know. I think if I was an extraterrestrial, I wouldn't be scared of ghosts on this planet, that is, because the ghosts on this planet are just like humans who have died. But if I was an extraterrestrial, I'd probably be scared of dead extraterrestrials. So I think aliens would be scared of like ghost aliens who'll haunt them. Yeah. I guess ghosts can exist in like every single realm, right? It's just a dead version of whatever's alive. Unless you're in a realm where nobody ever dies, then there are no ghosts. UFOs are just alien drones. Pretty much. I mean, if it's an unidentified flying object, and the fact that they had to keep it classified all this time, I can only assume it has to be something bad. Like if it was just an unidentified object and I don't know, there was diamonds inside it or something, and it was just like a drug trade, I'm pretty sure that would just be on the news. So it has to be something shadier, darker, and like that has to be kept in a box all these years. So I'm going to go with aliens. It has to be. But then the question is, where are those aliens coming from? So my best guess is still and always will be the moon. But hopefully people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk can prove me wrong and go to the moon. If they go to the moon within the next 5 years, then I will believe that maybe the aliens never told us we couldn't come back. Like, shady. I mean, okay, but then the other flaw with like aliens saying we can't come back is my other problem is, okay, if aliens say we can't come back, don't they see, like SpaceX, Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin, everybody like getting into orbit? Like aren't they like, oh, WTF are the humans doing? Are they are attempting to hurt us, or like are they attempting to come back here? They're flying pretty high up in the sky. Like SpaceX I think went 500, like over 500 kilometers from Earth, right? Up into the sky. Virgin Galactic, no, Blue Origin was only up like I think 60 miles up. So that was, I don't think they cared about that one. So I think SpaceX is more of the focus. Do you watch Secure Team? No, I don't. There's a lot of shows I don't have time for. The aliens have the real Michael Jackson. What? We keep digging this subject. Aliens would say ghosts. Those are just holograms from a secret location. Hi, Lucy. Come here to like your video. Thank you, Irvin. Much appreciated. No ghosts, but only energy. I like that fuck. So I guess you could just consider us if we're gone, like if we're goners, then we would just have no energy, right? Like you're just waste at that point. And if you have good energy, vibrant, you're alive. I do believe in that. I think there's a saying that if you're healthy and positive or whatever, you have like high energy frequency, then ghosts should stay away from these people. And if you're like I've heard about this though, like how people who are dying in the hospital and stuff like that, it's either they're hallucinating or people who believe, I guess, in ghosts will say that because their energy levels are low, they're unhealthy, and that's how they're able to see the other realm, like see ghosts and stuff like that, because your energy is about to be drained, like you're dying, so you're capable of seeing like the dead. I guess I've just, knock on wood, didn't get to that level yet, so I've never heard of that, never done it. But I have heard of other people's stories about seeing loved dead ones when they were like at the hospital, at the brink of death, something like that. There are 55 races of aliens, Marco says, from everywhere. Oh yeah, I didn't think about aliens having races because I always just think aliens, like maybe they're blue, maybe they're green, but they're not human looking. The vessels of energies. Yes, that's a theory. Are you afraid of night peepers? I don't know what night peepers are. People who look into your window at nighttime? No. We are aliens. The original creatures left Earth already, Lucy. No. That's sad. I don't think we're the only aliens, because I think technically if we are going to categorize things as we never seen before as aliens, then there's probably tons of aliens in the ocean. Um what's a night peeper? I know, what's a night peeper? I don't get it. Secure Team is really good. You need to watch that channel sometimes. Cool. Thanks, BK. Have you seen that Korean drama called Goblin? No, but I'm trying to watch that Korean movie called The Call. Because I like the female actress, the main character. So I'm gonna have to check it out. But it's kind of scary because I think it's about some psycho murderer lady who comes back as a ghost, something like that. I'm not really prepared. Like, I tell you guys, I'm not scared of ghosts, but then I'm willing to watch these movies, and then I'm gonna get scared at the end. Written by an army lieutenant, was leading the investigation in the 50s or 60s. Try watching Farscape if you didn't. It mixed human with aliens in a show. No, I've never heard of Farscape. Do I believe in Haitian voodoo? I've actually been to a couple tropical places in my lifetime, Jeff, and I've never been to Haiti, but other tropical places I've gone to, that a lot of the local people that I've met stated that they believe in voodoo. It's not like the type of stuff you guys are thinking about, like, oh, voodoo, like these people are crazy. There are a lot of communities out there, not in America, that believe in it, and they've believed in it for like hundreds of years. So there have been people I've spoken to that tell me they fully believe in voodoo and they dare not mess with it. And they claim that I've heard from this one woman that I think it was like a story in the village, and I think one female got cheated on, so she paid for voodoo services upon, I think, her ex-husband, and then the ex-husband's like new gal or something like that. Yeah, it was really, apparently it was true story, ended really badly for the cheaters, that which I did not feel bad for. Yeah, so I think it's real. I believe in voodoo. But again, I would never pay to voodoo someone. I think that's very unnecessary, in my opinion. I wouldn't like to have somebody do voodoo tricks on me. So that's about as much as I believe in it, I guess. Again, I don't believe in anything unless I've seen it with my own eyes and then contemplated about it, and I actually think it's real. Because even when I see, like I said, levitation stuff, like in the past, like in books, or photographs of people claiming they can levitate somebody, I just think of ways to cheat it. I just think of ways that they must have done this, like how magicians have ways of showing you an illusion. I just think most people are illusionists, even if they try to make you believe otherwise. A voodoo black, what's white magic? I've only heard of black magic. I don't know what white magic is. Is Harry Potter real? I like to think Hogwarts is real, and I'm still waiting for my invite. Creatures in the ocean have tiny brains, lol. Aliens have huge brain capacity, and that is cool. That is how they zip around in UFO crafts. True, or maybe we didn't, but Luke, we didn't dig deep enough into the ocean. We know actually more about outer space than we know about our own ecosystem down there in the ocean. Who said aliens got the real Michael Jackson? You wrong. Am I gonna give money to my deceiving brother? Who didn't get cheated on these days? LOL. A lot of people, surprisingly. I'll tell you, Terrence, I think most of my close biffles, my close best friends, almost all of them have never experienced being being cheated on. It's crazy. Las Vegas bad magic shows. You know what's funny? I've actually seen really good magician tricks, like just randomly, like on the street. Some that I must say beat Vegas. I like close-up magic though, because close-up magic, I feel like whenever someone acts like they have nothing to hide, it makes me even more amazed at what they can do. So I like close-up magic. The Shin Lim guy, the guy who won America's Got Talent, I guess. He's gonna be in Vegas, or maybe he's already been. I don't know. But when I was there, I think June of this year, none of his shows started. I would have totally watched it because I think he does more close-up stuff, and I like that. I'm waiting to be cheated on. Wait, Fung, weren't you the one that said your husband's buying you like a BMW or something? Oh, I get it. You're just waiting for a nicer car. You're probably like, I'm waiting to be cheated on, so he'll buy me a Bentley. Dragons are in the ocean. I would love that. Hearing some spooky noises coming from your studio, Luci. Oh. Uh-oh. Next, are you going to tell me that the grudge lady is in the corner? Oh, look at that. She's in the corner. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he had the crazy hair. He's buying me one. There is illusion, conjuration, alchemy. It's all sort of magic. People still don't know how David Copperfield walked through the Great Wall in China. He did what? I went to see David Copperfield. I didn't know I hear about this. He did that? He walked through the Great Wall of China. Damn. I can't imagine the CCP helping him with that trick. So guessing he did really well with that one. I don't think anybody in China would break down like a piece of that wall for him to get through and do his trick. So I don't know how this man did it, if he did that. My son has crazy hair, LMAO BTS. Oh, is he trying to be like BTS? I don't know. I've seen their hairstyles. It's not that crazy. I mean, it's not very like Justin Bieber like, I guess. Now Justin Bieber, not the previous one. The previous one had longer hair. But yeah, BTS, actually, I was watching a YouTube video with Coldplay and BTS. I guess they made a song together. It was all right. It was all right. I think it's called My Universe. I'm happy that they get to work with Coldplay. Coldplay is like literally one of the best artists, I think, in that I've ever heard of. Sometimes I just have moments, you know, when you just need to listen to Coldplay. But the song that they worked on together is not my favorite Coldplay song, sadly. It's still good though. I'm glad that at least BTS is working with more and more artists. Didn't some magic dude walk over the Grand Canyon on TV? Powerball Wednesday, Kambasi. Ooh, I don't know. Did I buy one? I swear every time I go to the grocery store, every time I see that it's like over 500 million, I'll buy it. I don't see myself having any hope in winning the lotto, but I told you guys, Doge fam, if I win, minimum 1 to 2% is going to go to Dogecoin. They had a show yesterday at the Global Citizen. Oh, really? I'm not really that crazy. Like, I'm not a crazy BTS ARMY fangirl. I'm more of an Elon Musk fangirl. But I know they have a huge following on YouTube. Always. They're always like on the top. Like butter, love butter. I think I'm more of a Lisa fan. I have a crush on Lisa from Blackpink. She is my favorite. Oh, my son's so tall. He looks like Jung. Oh my God, Fung, you know the names, the BTS people? I swear to you, I don't know a single person's name. I know it's really bad. But at least I got the BTS meal. I got it just to test it out. There was like a red sauce and a yellow one. I didn't like the yellow sauce. The red sauce was okay, but not as good as the Rick and Morty Sichuan sauce. Yeah. There were many artists. Oh, okay. Apple Tat. My son loves Jung. Does he want to look just like him? Let me see what Jung looks like on I'm just gonna search Jung BTS. Because there's too many guys. There's like 9 of them. How do you memorize like 9 of their names? I can't even memorize, like, hold on. Jung BTS. How come it's not popping up right away? Jung. Speaking of Jung. Oh, is this guy? Hold on. He doesn't have crazy hair. It's like your average celebrity Asian dude hair. It's all right. That's a good hair. It's not bad. My son handsome too. 5 cents. Better than him. So your son looks better than the BTS guy then? Too handsome like BTS. David Copperfield's head, torso, and legs don't match. I saw him in person at MGM Grand. What does that mean? That his head and his torso and his legs don't match? Like, you think he should look a different way, Luke? It's not to your liking? I saw Copperfield also, thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I like David Copperfield. I feel like when I saw him in Vegas, most of the tricks, like most of the magic tricks, I feel like were very dramatic and obviously were done with like technology. But there were still a few I couldn't figure out that I liked. I like ones that are simple. When I go to see a magic trick, I like to see the simple ones, and I like it when the magicians guess what you're thinking somehow, or when you pick a card, they know which card you picked. I know that that's because I've spoken to people about it. I know it just comes down to like a lot of training. They can read like 1,000 facial expressions on your face within like a minute. But I've actually had that done to me. Not David Copperfield, but somebody just like asking me to pick in a deck of cards, look at my card, and then they'll be able to know which card I chose. And then also the scariest one was when they asked me to think about a family member and they guessed which family member. And I mean, that's a lot out of like your grandpa, your grandma, cousins, nieces, nephew, aunt, uncle, brother, twin sister, whatever. There's a lot you could possibly think about. And for them to guess exactly what you're thinking, I still think that that's amazing. I don't know how that person did it. These are mentalists. That's different. Okay, so I guess I'm amazed by mentalists who call themselves magicians. I saw a guy at Circus Circus. He was good. At Circus Circus, I've never seen like magicians. When I went, I just remember seeing like the acrobatic stuff. They use illusion magic. My son is original. Nothing done. Like BTS are not one bit done. Wait, what? What do you mean done? Like plastic surgery? What are we talking about, Fong? If you reach, I don't know how many that zeros that is, you would buy some real estate? Is that a question, Jeff? And yes. If I have a lot of money, I would love to play real life Monopoly. I always say that. Ever watch Now You See Me? Yes, I liked it. Made me think like, would I be down to join a crew like that? But I'd probably be too scared. I'm very chicken. I wouldn't be down to go against the casinos. So, like, casinos are like run by some wealthy people, and if you try to cheat them, they'll get rid of you. Like Mesmer, my son likes messy hair. They are not proportional. I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of people aren't proportional. I don't think I'm proportional either. I would like my legs a lot longer. Plastic is fooling until your child will tell the truth. Yes. Plastic surgery is a topic that I would love to talk about with you guys in the future. So we'll save that one, Fong. Join me on the next one if I ever bring up plastic surgery. Because there's just a lot to unravel there. They are illusionists like NASA workers. The magic shows by the movies in Vegas are sorry. David's head and torso and legs don't look for. Yeah, I know. David Copperfield is a weird looking. What? Really? I just thought he looked like a regular guy. I didn't really think he looked unproportional or anything like that. Just looks like a normal dude. Looks like a normal dude that was made for shows. Because that's a very like, I don't know, entertainment looking face. Just looks like somebody that would be in the entertainment industry. Ever hear Stanley Kubrick faked in the moon landing? Oh yeah, we already talked about that, Golder. I think most people in my live stream don't believe in the moon landing, period. I'm just saying I'm keeping in mind opened. And I think that it's very possible that some or all was faked, or one was at least faked, because they look pretty fake. But time will tell if we ever go back. Oh yeah, Chris Angel. Forgot that one. I've never seen Chris Angel live though. So, but he does more intense stuff, right? Is he the one that puts like the like coins in your skin and then it moves? I don't know. Somebody did that. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to watch that. Chris Angel. Yeah, heavy stuff. That's not for me. David Copperfield's a weird cheating game. I don't live on Mars with Elon. Well, Fung, does your husband know you say these things on my live streams? Will he still buy you a BMW if you tell him that you actually secretly want to be with Elon Musk? He walks on water in one of his tricks. I feel like that's not a hard one if you pre-planned it. Like walking on water, as long as you have like something installed over like a pool or whatever it is that you're walking on, it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, if you reach $1 million, you would buy some real estate. Correction, Jeff. If I reach $1 million post taxes, like if I make $2 million, paid off $1 million, and had $1 million, I'll like just be about to afford. Yeah, I'll probably may not even be able to buy real estate by then, because I want to buy something that's like, let's say, $900,000 or something. And if I buy something for $900,000, guys, that's like $90,000 property taxes. How am I going to pay that? Chris Angel is good. He won more than $80,000 the blackjack table at Luxor. What? So Chris Angel gambles? I did not know that. I thought he was just a magician. I'm getting my BMW. Well, Fung, I guess you're just sticking with whoever's getting you the nicer car. So if you meet another one that gets you a better car, then you still just move on to the next one. The Rio has magic shows with Teller. I never stayed at the Rio. That's cool. Whoa, easy items. Tesla for my son, he wants. I think that's your son and everybody else. I would like a Tesla too. Chris Angel Mind Freak, they did a video revealing all his secrets. It's all illusions. Well, yes, Swagmaster. I didn't think Chris Angel or David Copperfield had magical powers. Guys, we're not talking about magicians like they're gods or sorcerers or wizards, okay? I do believe that's possible, but not these guys. Anybody, like even from my Unsolved Mystery of the Past book that I've been reading, it talks about certain people who claims like they have special powers. One guy climbed out of one window to another, but then like he told the people who watched him do this, don't move out of your seat. Like, bro, unless you're in a setting where somebody who claims that they have magic, if they place me in a setting where they allow me to do whatever I want, like I can move out of my seat, I can punch them, I can like put my hands all underneath them while they're levitating or whatever, then I think I'll believe it. But anybody who gives me rules like, okay, you have to stand here from this position, this angle, I'll just think it's rigged. So, yep. And then the walking on water also, unless audiences are able to like jump beneath the water and swim with him while he's walking on top, no. But it's entertaining nonetheless. Sorry, I'm eating grapes. Luta's like, yeah, he didn't tip the dealers. They got mad at him. Yeah, if you're gonna win $80,000 and you're not gonna tip your dealer, I'm pretty sure your dealer is gonna talk trash behind your back. But that's the thing though. I've been a server and I've heard from other servers. I've never served for a really wealthy like celebrity, but I've heard from other servers who've worked and been in an environment where they have seen celebrities. Apparently certain celebrities and like rich people actually tip horribly. Really bad. So if you guys are ever gonna go out, tip your servers, please. Coming from somebody who used to work at a restaurant. People don't work there for their minimum wage. They get paid lower than minimum wage because the restaurant owners expect that you make tip. And if you don't make tip, that's your fault. What driver are you? I only want BMW. I only want Tesla. I mean, I only have Toyota, but I'm aiming for Tesla. Have you seen videos of astronauts hanging from wires in live transmissions? Their clothes all tensed up. No, I didn't. That's how the rich stay rich, by being cheap. Nah, I don't know what Elon Musk tips, but I'm just gonna bet on it that it's gonna be more than 20%. I hope. I don't know. Whoa, 10%. What is this? Wait, what? I always tip 10%, Swagmaster. Oh my god, Swagmaster. No. Okay. Oh, by the way, while we're on the topic of tipping, okay, here's this thing. Somebody close to me tells me that they read on Reddit one time about how when you go out and tip, you are only supposed to tip on the pre-tax numbers. So, like, let's say you ate a meal for $90. You're supposed to tip the server on the pre-tax. And if after tax it turns out to be like, I don't know, $110 post-tax, you're not supposed to tip, like, let's say if you're going to tip 10%, you're not supposed to tip 11%, but you're supposed to only tip 9% because you're supposed to tip the pre-tax amount. Because, and this is their reasoning. Their reasoning is because somebody on Reddit posted this and said, well, it's not fair because certain states have different taxes, blah, blah, blah. So obviously you should all be fair to the servers from different states and tip them their pre-tax amount. And I was just like, what? I don't go with that because for me, I been a server and servers you tip out on the amount that was made. So like let's say the meal after taxes was like I said, $110. You being the worker would have to, like, for example, tip out 3% or something. So that's like 3% of $110. What is that? More than $30. Okay, more than $30 of my money because whoever decided not to tip me. So I don't agree with it. I don't know why somebody would spend their time on Reddit to spread these rumors about how you should tip servers different amounts because they're being taxed different amounts. If anything, the person who lives in a state that gets taxed more deserve more of a tip because they're going to be taxed more when they're spending the money. That's why I don't go to the same place for months. Swagmaster. Oh my god, you guys are horrible. I mean, I don't think you have to do 10 or 15 or 20, whatever. It's whatever works for you. And if they give you horrible service, by all means, don't give anything if you have the guts for it. But they provide you really good service, I think you guys should give. better than average tip. I doubled the tax and round up tax like 9.50 here. Servers remember bad tippers and good tippers. Yes, they do. And if you do plan on going back to that restaurant, they will remember if you gave them 10% or 8% or nothing at all. Do you have to tip for takeout? Yes. So good question. No, you do not need to tip for takeout because technically, well, that's coming from somebody who used to serve. We were told that you never frown or whatever, even if somebody doesn't tip you. And then in terms of like takeout, technically you shouldn't even really dream of it because you didn't do anything, right? Like, okay, you packed the food, or maybe like the cooks pack the food, they give it to you, but you didn't really have to clean, wash dishes, like introduce the menu or anything. So technically, no. But if you do want to appreciate their time packing your food and just give them extra money out of the goodness of your own heart, then you can do it. For me, takeout, even having been a server myself, is sometimes a hit or miss. Depends. Like if I know they put in a lot of work for the takeout food, like it was like a huge order, then I would. If it's something super simple like a drink, sometimes no. Yeah. So it depends on what it is. I tip for your faves. Mm, I don't think you're a bad person if you don't tip for takeout, but some people just do it. Like I've done takeout for people, and then sometimes they give me 10%. I'm like, well, you're like extra rich because you don't need to. They should union up and get better wages. They won't get better wages because like owners of the restaurant decrease your wages if anything because they expect you to get tipped. Servers will spit on your food next time you visit with 10% rule. You have Terrence Lee. Okay. So for me personally, when I worked as a server, I didn't think 10 was honestly even that bad. Obviously 20% is more preferred, but I would never think somebody should tip me 20 unless first off they have the means to do it and I gave them extremely good service or something. So I don't get mad if I don't get 20 and someone gives me 10 because honestly it's so rough in the business because you can't technically say anything to anybody even if they give you nothing. So when it comes down to it, when you guys are giving someone like 15% or 20%, you're really just helping balance out their shitty tips for the night. Yeah. Popeye tried to have a tip jar at the drive-through. There's always be tip jars. I don't think I tip all the time for like fast food, to be honest. That's bad though, but it is less effort. They're not cleaning up behind my dishes and all that. Like that's the work I think I'm paying mostly for. I mean, if I wash my own dishes at restaurants, then you're not going to be getting 10% or anything from me. 15% for buffet. I always 20 to 40%. What, Terrence Lee? Who gives 40%? Who are you? I don't even give 40%. I don't think I've given 40% like if I eat a meal for like $20 or something. Like, yeah, you could give like $5 or 20% or higher. But if I'm gonna eat a meal for like $1,000, I'm not gonna pay $400, bro. How much money do you have? I think tips are mandatory if party is greater than 8. Oh yeah. No, we're talking about like by choice how much you're willing to tip. Not the automatic one that they send on your bill. Which by the way, you should always make sure if they're making you tip automatically because some servers are bad, they won't tell you and then they try to get you to tip them again on top of what's already charged. Which is not good. I'm very generous and I need to feel special. So you feel better about yourself when you tip 40%. Okay, well, that's good. I'm happy for whatever restaurants you go to. So I always overtip. Oh, I get overtipped always. I tip Uber Eats, DoorDash, delivery people because they work hard, in my opinion. Mega. Oh, that's sweet of you. But yes, not easy being an Uber driver, I'm sure. I mean, and to switch your car, I don't know if Uber Eats just stick with Uber Eats, because if you're an Uber driver and then you drive around clients and then you go and get like, I don't know, some food that's very fragrant for your next trip, and then you end up taking people again, I feel like you would get complaints. 15 to 20% range is best. Oh, yes, 20% is for sure the ideal tipper for most servers. They love me, Terrence Lee. You just want to feel special. It's okay. It's okay. You deserve to feel special if you constantly give them 20%, and you'll get good service. In America, it's a must to tip. Yes, and you know what's so weird, because other countries don't do that. Because I remember when I went to Italy, I tried to tip my server, and he literally stopped me and threw my money back at me. I was like, "No, you don't do this here." Yeah, I don't know. I thought that people would appreciate it, period. But I guess if it's like a country that just don't they don't deal with tipping, maybe it was rude of me to put money there. I don't know. I am trying to holler. So you're only over tipping if you try to hit on the server? I see. I see how it is. Restaurants should proportionally handle tip to all employees, though. As a cook, I was paid $10 an hour, and seeing servers being tipped 100% an hour. Yeah. Oh, so when I worked as a server, we tipped out 3%, because I think 1% is supposed to go to the bartender, I'm pretty sure and then 1% I think goes to the cook, and then 1% goes to management or something. So the cook does get, but not much. Yeah. Like pretty much like 1% of my tip. So if I made like $100 tip on a night, then I guess the cook would get like $10 of that. And then the other 10 goes to like, yeah, oh, like hostesses and bartenders and stuff. Everybody splits a bit. I am always over tipped. Oh, do you work in an industry where you get tips from? Awesome. I miss tips, to be honest. If I go back into the workforce, guys, I need to get me a job that can get me tips. Because it's always nice to end the night with cash. I remember when I was like bartending and serving, you get your paychecks afterwards, like regular people, like every 2 weeks. But then every night with your tips, you go home with cash. Uh, my bad. I only tip good-looking people. Yes, you are bad, Werewolf Light. That is horrible. I need to. It's bad. Don't do that. And also with people like you, and I know there are people like you. I mean, it's obvious. If anything, I think I give the people who are less good-looking, seen by society, probably more money. I do. I know it's weird, but I think it's a good balance on Earth. It's not fair. I do my tip on the tips a lot. What? Rest Americans tip because after they abolished slavery, the slaves had no food or houses. What? I don't know why Americans tip, honestly, but I don't think it's a I forget when I went to like China and Korea if that was a mandatory thing or not. I don't think it was. I don't think it was. But they didn't give me back my money like the Italian server did. So maybe they are willing to take it. Jeff, you too smart to work. No, I'm really not. I'm really, really not. I wish I was too smart to work and just created a multi-million dollar business or something. I don't know. I'm definitely I should work. I should probably go to work sometime soon. I'm just collecting myself until I decide that I must join the workforce. But for now, I'm still thinking what I would want to do if I do it. I'm giving myself until December. So by the end of December, by December 31st, if I'm not doing good on my trades, the money cannot be taken from my portfolios onto into my checking accounts for me to spend. Um, then I will consider getting a job. Maybe even a serving job on the side, maybe 2 jobs, I don't know. Buying and selling, um, buying and selling is what I'm doing now, yeah, like trading? You mean later when I get a job? Probably some type of sales related thing. That's what I've done, like, many times throughout my life. Like jewelry sales I've done, um, technically like loans I've done as well. Uh, or stay afloat, both. Who cares? China's wheat and the USA, we in one boat. Let's be multi-dollar companies. Am I good looking for getting tipped more? Fung says, I guess so. If you're saying you're always being over tipped. When he says people, he means hot girls. LOL, Luta. Your wage slave days are finished, Lucy. Welcome to the nouveau rich. Okay, I honestly don't mind it. If I could buy my own business or something, especially in the future, like if I had my own boba shop or something, I wouldn't mind being the person there making the drinks and then therefore getting the tips. Think that would be okay. But yeah, if I don't do that and I do end up getting like a side hustle job, something that gives me cash every night would be ideal. But we'll just have to see about that one. Sell homes. Yes, real estate. I told you guys I have a real estate license that I've never decided to use. But I mean, like, I want a job like I can actually force myself to do something like at least 5-6 hours a day and then get cash for it. Because for real estate, from what I know, you don't have to go into like there's no offices you have to go into. It's only when you're doing showings that you actually have to go out. Like otherwise I'm just basically like homeless. I mean unemployed. I like to look my server in the eyes when I tip 20%. That's a little weird, but okay. Just stare directly into their soul and be like, yes, thank me for tipping you 20%. We can start a business in planting trees. All right. Terrence Lee says at Chem Bussy, let me know if you want to network. And then make alchemy. Yes, that's what I want, guys. I want to be an alchemist. Seriously, though. If I ever have enough money in the world, not to worry about, income and all that, and the prices of food and traveling, I would love to attempt to become an alchemist and figure out ways to immortality, which I'm sure there are a lot of people out there figuring that out as we speak. Let's make money on stocks and crypto, Lucy. Yes, I'm trying. I'm not giving up on that. It's just I have a plan B for myself if things don't go well by the end of this year, meaning the next October, November, December. I am always stuck in buying power like I have been for the last couple of months constantly. Then hello, workforce. Open a ramen shop. I'm not good. I mean, like, I think I make really good ramen, as in like instant ramen added with like vegetables and stuff. But I'm not really sure I'm good at like making fresh, awesome Japanese ramen. My hubby obsessed in SOL. Obsessed or stuck? Obsessed is fine. Stuck in SOL is not so good. We're at the end of the cycle. Keep holding. Don't worry, I'm not letting go. My diamond hands are gonna be around for a while. Divide because we look different. So I'm reading older. %0 for buffets. Can Buzzy really give them nothing for buffets? I just read that. Lucy, check out GOEV. Okay. I got it when it was 684, and then the next day it was 904. My goodness. Oh yeah, you just reminded me. I guess tomorrow the markets are gonna be open. I'm excited because I just want to see what happens with my hood. 2 idiots just got arrested for what? Filing many false airline baggage claims worth a total of $555,000. What? Who would do this, Luta? Filing many false. What is that even? Filing many false airline baggage claims. So, like, Did they claim that they lost like baggage and stuff? That's like, did they run out of scams to do? That sounds like a really bad one. I'm all into AMC. Oh gosh, Fung. Good luck. Good luck. We'll find out tomorrow what happens with all our lovely mean stocks. Sounds like a federal offense. Yeah, it's just like, it sounds like a really stupid lie. Like, why lie about that? There's so many other things out there. Aw, I love it. You guys are networking. Terrence Lee and Ken Bussey. I have so much Doge too. Yeah, don't worry. Doge will move again. One day when he's ready. Kind of like that Patrick, the starfish meme, where he pats a rock and says, "You can go when you're ready." That's how I feel about Doge right now. And Shiba. Okay, I can't connect with you on that one because I don't have like that much Shiba Inu coins. A supply shock is incoming soon. Terrence Lee, wait, when you search up someone, it now says when you're divorced or not? What? What are you searching on? Shiba LMFAO. But that's jokes, Sukta. Where the end of a... Just gonna let you guys chat away. There has to be an easier way for you guys to connect. Twitter? Sorry, just checking my accounts, even though I said I'm not going to talk about any of the finance stuff. Few more hours. What's Nunca, Fung? They paid for baggage tickets and get the receipt, but didn't have any bags. When they land, they claim the baggage is lost and receive the maximum of $3,500. They did this again and again. Well, I guess they got away with it in the very beginning. I think that's just when you get too greedy. Like, if they did it a few times, maybe they would have gotten away with it. But $555,000 is just kind of ridiculous to think you can get away with that. Going to Korea next year in 20 years. What? That's nuts though. I'm trying to think about the whole baggage thing, and I've never lost a single luggage in my life. But one time it did get stuck somewhere. It got stuck, and to be honest, I'd rather just have my bag, like my luggage back. I remember one time I think it was stuck, I think in like Germany or something, because somebody just forgot to like move it to like this other port or something like that, and it was just nobody knew what it was, and it was just stuck there for like 2 weeks, I remember. And I was just sad that I lost my luggage. So even though I could have gotten like $2,000 back or something at the time, I'd rather just get my luggage back. I think it's really shady when people are like, yes, just give me the 3,500. One more grocery load to go. Rolling Southern Cali stores for night crew stocking shelves. Hi, trucking all day. First time in 20 years. Oh, Terrence Lee, you're gonna go to Korea. Nice. How is the like what do they require in terms of like just 2 times vax and stuff like that, and then show your negative test results, like no quarantine, or you have to quarantine? Huh. Sounds like fun, Mecca Mecca. Gross to go into the grocery store. No traffic at night. Oh, gotcha. Traffic sucks. I haven't been back for years too. Oh, Swagmaster, you're from Korea as well. Lucy, how to differentiate? Wait, how to differentiate what? Were you talking about Shiba and Doge? I can easily differentiate those. You ever work a third shift? You mean like have I ever had like a third job, hip hop live? What's a third shift? Like working 3 times in a day? Or you mean like live stream? Sorry, I don't get it. But in terms of like working a third shift, yes, because I've worked like 3 jobs in the past. So yeah. What types do you have to get a what? I like your shirt. I like the black t-shirt and simple design. GB Love, it's not simple design. Do you know who these guys are? It's Kyle, Kenny, Stan, and Cartman. It's South Park. My friend got it for me. Uh like 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. overnight. No. No, I've never done that. 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. But I've worked longer than that, if that makes sense. Like when I worked 3 jobs, I would wake up at how early in the morning? Like I would get to work at 8 in the morning, 8 in the morning, finish around 4 to 5. And then at 5, I would go 5:30 to my serving job, and sometimes would go all the way to like 2 a.m. So I worked longer. Yeah. So I would pretty much work all day from like 8 a.m. till 2 a.m. So I think that beats the 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. shift. Yeah. It's not that long. 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. is actually not that bad. But yeah, at one point I was sleeping like 4 to 5 hours a day. So that was really, really bad. That's when you overwork yourself. I don't plan on doing that ever again. Uh, can't wait. And of course, my grandma too. Aw, so nice you're visiting your grandma. I'm sure she's super happy to see you. Uh, oh, nice, but looks simple to me. Yeah, so the characters, well, these are just the characters' hats. The characters are a lot cuter. Um, I'm jealous that you're going to Korea, Terrence, because I'm sure the food is amazing. I've gone for only like, I think like, yeah, less than 2 days, like 24 to 48 hours. And I remember just like rushing, trying to go some places and at least get some food in me. Um, but it wasn't enough time. She's sad, Lucy. What? I work that much to get more AMC. You would work that much, like having 5 hours sleeps a day, to get more AMC while you're a dedicated ape. My goodness. But like I said, I don't think I would. I mean, I would literally have to go work at McDonald's. I think if Doge does go down, like the haters say, to like 1 penny or something. But if it goes to 1 penny, I'm gonna do everything I can. Every waking hour, I will try my best to make money so I can take that money and then buy more Dogecoins at 1 penny. That would be the goal. I would be on the street whole time, on the street for street food, because I think yeah, Korea must have like a good street food scene too, right? Like how Japan has. And my grandma's house. At least you have somebody to stay with. I don't know how expensive it is to stay like in the hotels for Korea, but I'm sure it ain't cheap. Lucy, on Webull, do I have to pay tax on crypto earnings? Yes, GB Love. There is no dodging taxes. Okay, Uncle Sam is gonna get his cut no matter what. So yes, on Webull, whether you make money off of stocks or crypto, you're gonna be owing taxes. Even those free stocks that I get from like people using my referral link, thankfully, for Webull and stuff like that, I still have to pay taxes on that. Any money you make, you will owe taxes on. I mean, to what? You want tips. Jeff wants tips to get a beautiful Asian woman. I I don't know, man. Maybe start off whenever you meet one, don't tell them that you're just after Asian women because I think that for a lot of people is a straight turn off because they're just gonna be like, okay, so I'm like this category that you want to check off the list. Like people aren't really happy to hear that if you're like, I'm looking for this specific thing and you're that. So don't do that. Don't do that. Um, you'll be fine, I think. Just be kind. Be kind and be a good tipper when you go out to restaurants. I heard on KuCoin I could avoid tax. Is that right? Chibi Love, there is no avoiding taxes from what I heard, and I wouldn't dare do it because just imagine, like, imagine you made, I don't know, $1 to $2 million 1 year of your life, and then a few years down the road, it gets uncovered that you forgot to pay like $200,000-300,000 in taxes or something. That's not gonna look good on you, and you're probably gonna end up paying way more penalty fees. Maybe go to jail down the road, and it's just not worth it. I don't mess with taxes. Whatever I make, I own up to, and I pay. I just laughed. I love how you have to say I just laughed because everybody knows whenever people put out LOL, they're not really laughing. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying these live streams, please make sure you are subscribed to this channel, my second channel, The Luci Show. Ring that notification bell so you know whenever I put out new live streams like this, which is basically just a place for people to chat. But this did start off surprisingly about the Mona Lisa and alchemists and whatnot. So feel free to talk to me about the Mona Lisa if you have your own theory on why she or he looks the way that it looks, and what Leonardo Da Vinci was aiming to tell us with that painting. I think that there's like more secrets to it that we'll just never be able to find out. But that's just me. Restructure for just 1 minute. Did you declare tips as income for taxes? Of course. They know. Okay, when you work as a server, the government knows that you're a server. So you can't be like, I'm not making any tips. They'll be like, okay, then why are you getting paid $8 an hour? you can't dodge that. I don't like Uncle Scam. Tip one more to an area with many Asians. Hip Hop Live Spot just gave a tip in order to find a beautiful Asian woman, I guess, to do. You gotta go to a place with more Asian people. So that's kind of a given. But yeah. Off topic, but check out ETC Urban Says. Chart on RH. LMAO, 30 minutes so far. Okay, you know what? I'll look at it. I won't show it. Just in the spirit of my new channel. It's supposed to be about other topics, but I'm curious now. ETC, the last 30 minutes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, this is like nothing to do with ETC, but I just opened up ETC and then Robinhood's telling me we're investigating an issue that's affecting some customers' ability to trade crypto. We are working to resolve these as soon as possible. That's different from their usual warning. Their usual warning is always, sorry guys, we're having technical difficulties, so we'll be back in a bit. Give us like 15 minutes. So I'm amazed that there's actually they're not doing like some type of an update. They're not doing maintenance, and now people just can't really trade for some reason. Kind of worries me, but that's fine. I don't plan on trading anything anyways. The ETC, yeah, everything looks Everything looks good. You guys must be having a good day. All of crypto looks pretty all right now, which I must say, if you watch my live stream on Living with Lucy yesterday, what did I tell you guys? I told you guys I felt like today would be a green day, because most people say that Sundays are red, but we already had double red days prior to Sundays. I was like, let's do this. I think Sunday's going to be all right. Can't avoid taxes. Just ask Wesley Snipes. Who's Wesley Snipes and what happened to this Wesley Snipes? Did he get owned by taxes? Did he go to jail? I remember then RH warning before Dogecoin went parabolic. Ooh, okay. Excited, trucking all day. Monday is Moon Day. Colder. I hope so. I'm excited. I'm ready for the moon, y'all. I've been looking at the moon. I've been talking about the moon. I've been listening to Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon. And I've decided that Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon anthem is going to be my anthem once Doge goes to the literal moon via SpaceX, or, you know, when we get our final moon day coming up soon, I hope. I think we still have a shot, like, prior to October, but you guys are so optimistic about October. I'll see. Smash the likes. Thank you, Mega Mega. Perfect song. I love that. Honestly, Frank Sinatra. Okay, the only artist I think I would go back in time for is the Beatles and Frank Sinatra. And more so Frank Sinatra. I think I would just want to sit there and watch him perform live. But then also Beatles, because I want to see like how crazy it is. Because I heard there's like all these crazy girls back then for them. Thank you, Fung. Thanks for being here, you guys, all of you, and especially to the troopers, the 10 of you that were waiting for my live stream to restart when I disappeared for my dinner and walk and washing dishes moment. You guys are true. You guys are real. Lucy, there are female prostitutes and gay male prostitutes, LOL, but I don't think there are straight male prostitutes. What do you think? What? Okay, let me just rewind. Okay, so you're saying that prostitutes, there's all of them, but if you're a male one, you are all of a sudden gay. I highly disagree with that, because I, for one, know someone, not a friend, but just I've seen it. I mean, can I call him? I would call him a prostitute. Okay, it's somebody who is literally selling their body and in a relationship with somebody that they're not into. Can you call it yeah, you can call it prostitute, and I guarantee you that guy is straight. And I guess you could call that a cross hybrid between a prostitute and a gold digger. But yeah, nonetheless, a prostitute. So if you're saying that like straight guys are not willing to sell their bodies, you are mistaken, my friend. Money will do a lot to people. Well, I'm a straight male and I disagree. Vox, there we go. There we go. Chinese talks are up, Golder. Fly Me to the Moon, Squid Game main song. Is Fly Me to the Moon Squid Game's main song? I thought they had their own song, but I did like the fact that in Squid Game, he had that little setup with like the little, I don't know, what do you call those? Little toy people that were like playing jazz, and then the girl was singing Fly Me to the Moon. Well, it was like a female vocal version. I liked it. I like different renditions of Fly Me to the Moon. Watch this guy for avoid tax properly. Mark J. Kohler. All right. Thanks. I will copy that, Terrence, and watch that later. Yes, I believe that tons of people avoid taxes legally, that is, every single year. Keyword is legally. As long as you do it legally, it's all good. If you do it in a shady way, then they will find you. Yes, I had this question earlier. How many Dogecoins do you think will be required to buy a Tesla truck? Are you talking about a Cybertruck, right? I honestly didn't even look up. Let's see how much a Cybertruck is right now. You can't even really buy it because I thought you have to be on the waiting list or something. So, how much is a Cybertruck? I'm just aiming for like the lowest level. I don't even need those add-ons. Cybertruck Tesla. Come on, internet. Ooh, it just looks amazing. This is the future, guys. It's my future car. Hold on. Cybertruck starting is around 40K USD. Okay, thanks, Mega Mega. Save me the time with my horrible internet. So 40K, then yeah, I guess do the math. But I don't think they're gonna allow, I personally don't think Tesla's gonna accept Doge again until after they accept Bitcoin. And then I don't think they'll accept Bitcoin or Doge until they're just both doing better, like, you know, closer to old all-time highs. So my guess is maybe around 50, 60,000 or 69,000 Dogecoins per Cybertruck. I can see Elon Musk doing that. Totally, I need to repair my house because my Fiat 500 won't be able to help me truck wood and industrial hemp. Is a male gigolo considered a prostitute? I thought that's what a male gigolo was. Is that not what a male gigolo is? I always thought from watching movies that a male gigolo was a male prostitute. But honestly, it doesn't even matter if you're straight, gay, whatever, male, female, prostitute. Prostitute is apparently the oldest profession known to man. That's what I've heard in literally every single story. So we need Texas so this country can be a state. Oh, did you mean Texas or Texas? Gigolo is a mail offering service. Isn't that the same then? I'm a professional customer service. My Way Jay-Z remix. Crazy Girls for the Beatles and Elvis. Oh yeah, but I'm not so obsessed with Elvis, I think. Just looking back at like Elvis and the Beatles, I actually like listen to Beatles songs and I find them catchy, whereas for Elvis, not as much. I still think he's good. But yeah, I would want to go back in time and watch, not meet. Watch Frank Sinatra and then Beatles. But Elon Musk will always be my number one as somebody I want to meet, not watch. That's a really random question, Lukta. But now you got your answer. Most of us agree that they come in all shapes and sizes and types. If you can't buy two, then you can afford it. What if you can't buy two, then you can afford it? Oh, if you can't buy two, then you can't afford it, is what you mean, Terrence. I think I heard about that. Like if you can't buy two of something, then you shouldn't buy it at all. Like if you can't own two Rolexes, then you shouldn't have a Rolex. Agreed. That's a pretty fair rule. For me, it's just like if it gives me anxiety to own, I won't buy it. Right? Like if you're gonna buy a bag that's worth $10,000 and you can barely pay rent, something there is just not adding up in the brain. I registered my PayPal company as such customer service and PayPal, Elon, Doge, Coinbase. Hell yeah, why not? John, Paul, George, and Ringo. I have a feeling I am going to buy you the Cybertruck. Just a feeling. Lucha. You don't know where I am. You can't get me a Cybertruck. But if you ever flag me down on a street somewhere, or if we meet in Vegas or something, yeah, feel free. Feel free to give me a Cybertruck and a bow and all. All right, guys. I'm going to peace out. I'm going to go watch Inspiration 4. I mean, I could leave this on while I watch Inspiration 4 and it's just going to be on mute, but I think I've done that to you guys enough times. I'll save it for another time. Thank you all so much for joining this live stream. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed, ring that notification bell, and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I will be back. Can't guarantee every single night, but I'll aim for nightly videos because I'm trying to hit my hours. So if you're a true subscriber and supporter of my channel, please just have a tab on for this channel play the live stream playlist, put it on mute, whatever, go to sleep, and just have it run. And that way I can earn my hours quicker. Bye, guys. Take care. Sweet dreams. I mean, I don't think some of you are going to go to sleep because I know I'm not sleeping for like at least 2.5 hours because I want to see the markets open. But it's good. I think we're all going to sleep pretty well tonight because everything's in the green. So let's hope it stays that way tomorrow. Take care.